and church volunteer opportunities. A lot of
Um,
people aren't talking about the bigger problem that's being created, and I want
so
to change that. Since going
today's
on my
Tuesday,
humanitarian trips, I have learned a
the
lot about how they could potentially be toxic, and I've actually
18th,
worked as a nonprofit consultant for
and
local nonprofits to ensure that their
I
entire
am
system
going
is
to
non
be
toxic,
going
helping
to
to
Los
empower people in
Angeles
need. As we delve into
on
this issue, my goal is to
Tuesday.
highlight three different main points. First,
The
what's the problem? Second, who is suffering? And third, what can we do
Tuesday,
without limits?
the
So let me quickly share my story first. The first few years of my high school, I was a pretty terrible person. I was extremely self.
Tuesday the 25th. I'm flying to LA, so I'm getting myself ready emotionally and uh, financially and psychically to go to LA, see my dad. My agenda going to LA is to change my lifestyle. It's to change what's going on. The last year and a half, I worked really hard, 8 days a week, 7 days, 6 days a week, 8 days a week, 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, answering calls for a budget rent a car, and it was a good job. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Robert. It was a good job for Mexico, reasonably well paid, but it was killing me because I was way too much time in front of the phone, in front of the computer, working. I was not smoking enough dope. I was not doing enough exercise, and all these things accumulate into a kind of like deadly pressure, which I'm trying to get rid of. And also, one thing that I was never very happy about is working for pesos when I can work for dollars for the same effort or less. I can work for more dollars for the same effort or less if I just give up the peso um, scenario. So, what's going on is that I'm going to try to figure out how to work for dollars and live in Mexico because that's the best of both worlds. Live in Mexico because I got my kids here. Well, they're not really my kids. I just take care of them. But I make sure they're okay. And you know, it's cheap. It's nice. It's a good, healthy life, and I enjoy it. So I want to keep doing it, but I want to do it in such a way that that I earn dollars and not pesos. So there is always a part of me that wants to go off into the woods, into a cave, and live in a cave, which which I've done on occasions. Occasionally, I've done that. A little bit old for that. A little bit old for living in caves. Uh, so the cave is still an option, but the cave is kind of like getting ready to die when I'm ready to die at this age. It's like when I'm figuring that I'm gonna be dying soon, I'll just go off into the woods and find a good place to die, like the uh, I think the Navajo did that or the Apache. I'm not sure. One of those just do that. In the meantime, because I do want to live for at least another. Well, we don't know the world is very complicated, but I do want to be alive a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to LA. I'm going to figure out what I can do there to make my income more stable. Sure as hell is saying you did you too, ain't it? And then and then um, and then come back to Mexico and make sure these kids get their shit together. It's kind of my desires, right? Um, so the signs are all there. You know, Israel is being attacked by a coalition of Lebanon and Palestine. The armies are gathering up around Israel to beat the shit out of them. I guess the United States is still getting support, getting um, uh, the Saudis and the UEA and various other countries to support Israel as much as they can. Being Muslim countries is going to be very difficult, but they got to do it because otherwise they lose the United States as a trading partner and blah blah blah. So, but I mean, if you were a Christian fundamentalist, which I'm not, you would definitely see the signs on the wall, the writing on the wall, saying, you know, well, this is the end of times. If it were the end of times, um, it wouldn't matter. I would still do what I'm doing, um, because time is relative and life is relative and the end is relative. You know, the end, I've said it many times, I'll keep saying it until I'm dead. um, the end of the world is a private event, it's an individual event. It only occurs to you. So if you see yourself in the end times, it doesn't matter because it's still just you. You know, you're the one that will be dying. You're the one that will be ending, and it's okay. It's quite okay. I mean, there's no nothing strange or unusual about dying. Dying is what people do all the time. You know, I just had my mom in my arms when she died last year, and I wasn't able to, you know, bring her back to life. So it's okay if people die. It's just what is, what's present. Um, on the other hand, didn't look very pleasant when she died. Like kind of like a little freaky. She did rest. She was in a lot of pain, so she did rest from the pain. The pain ended. The pain ends. All pain ends with death. When you're dying, when you're dead, you don't have any more pain. You also don't have any more pleasure. So, if you watch my videos of last year, before my mom died, when my mom got really sick and died, and I was going to Oregon. Well, my objective was psychedelia. My objective was to get into the Buffalo Various train and to the ayahuasca train and all that stuff. And it still is. I still think that's the most valuable use of my time. However, I've come to realize that there is no hurry because psychedelia will come to you eventually. Mom's last words were psychedelia, psychedelia. So and definitely I could say that somebody there. Hold on. Just a question. Okay, salty veteran. Just a question. Did you do the? Oh, come on. Did you do the? Oh, come on. Scripterish writing on the walls. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's runes. It's runic writing. There's all types of runes out there. Um, like it. um, I'm slightly manic depressive. So sometimes when I get on a manic mood, I need to change my environment, and this room was all too white. So it's interesting, just ignorant as to what it means. They're runes. They're these things here, and I'm actually learning them. I'm trying to remember them. So they are they are runes, Viking runes. Um, the runes, like many other ancient alphabets, are representative of a number, a meaning, like a real meaning, and a sound. So they represent numbers, meanings, and sounds. And that's when I go to sleep, I don't like to look at an empty wall. I hate like empty spaces, empty walls with no writing on them, no nothing on them. I like to look at Luna Bella. Hola, Salty Veteran. Cool. ¿Por qué me voy? ¿Qué nos cuentas? ¿Qué nos cuentas de este viaje? Salty Veteran, I understand. ¿Qué te cuento de este viaje, Luna? Voy a Los Ángeles a ver a mi papá, que tiene 77 años de edad y está viejo. Es posible que sea la última vez que lo vea, porque ya está viejo y tiene problemas del corazón. Y me voy para... quiero darles a estos muchachos una oportunidad de estar sin mí un rato, para que vean cómo se tienen que cuidar así solos. Y obviamente les voy a pagar la renta y todo, pero quiero darles una oportunidad de que vean el mundo sin mí un rato y vean que tienen que hacer ciertas cosas de todas maneras, aunque yo no esté. Y quiero ver si puedo mejorar mis ingresos. Ah, ciertamente cuando uno gana pesos, uno gana menos, ¿no? Entonces quiero ver si puedo ganar dólares un ratito. Ya lo he hecho antes. Yeah, so. ¿Qué más? What more? Do you guys like this multilingual channel? Spanish, English, French, German. Haven't attracted too many French or Germans yet, but I want to do that. Bring up the conversation, make it more diverse. What else? What else is going on? Blood pressure's a little bit better. Taking way too many pills, my libido went down like to zero, basically. You can have a libidinous mind, but the body does. It's like the mind is willing, but the body is weak. But the other way around, it's plan. What else? Lots of writing projects right now. That's good. Good thing. Lots of writing projects. The search for the deeper philosophy of life is always present. It's an omnipresent quest to understand what our existence is all about. That's kind of the one question that I'm always asking myself. It's a prayer. It's actually a prayer because even if you don't know if God is around or if He's real or she is real, it doesn't matter. You wanna have the view or the idea that there is something after death, especially after seeing my mother die. Jump with her again. I jumped with her again. Once again, she appeared to be in a kind of zombie vision, not very living. Um, she was under my. She was in the bed under my arm, and my grandmother was there. It's a bizarre dream. I mean, I get the weirdest dreams about my mom. So my mom was there under my arm, scaring me. She was a scary old mom, right? Scary old ghost mom. My grandma was sitting next to me, quietly trying to. I was telling my grandmother, my mother's scaring me. What can we do about it, right? And my grandma was just sitting there next to me, like, yeah, well, she's scaring you, you know. It felt like my mom was dead, but my grandma wasn't. It was the weirdest dream. It's like I knew for a fact that both are dead, but in the dream, grandma was flesh and blood, just like she used to be when she was alive. And mom was not. She was actually just kind of like zombied out, zombified. And she was under my arm. But that's actually the second or third night I've dreamt with her. Um, so she's definitely contacting me or trying to reach out to me in many ways. And the fact that she comes in a death form, well, it's interesting. You know, it's definitely interesting. Uh, like differentiating because you could come to me in like a more lively form, but I guess I saw her die, so that affected me deeply into what she was alive or dead. I didn't see my grandma died. She died in a car accident. My grandma, my Mexican grandma, her mom, my maternal grandmother. Yeah, so watching my mom like under my arm, kind of zombied out, ghostly. She was ghostly, like like in the Ringo movies, where she comes out of the bed and she's kind of all white and ghostly looking. That's mom. That was mom. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Um, I'm not very inspired to talk. I'm kind of like in a weird, uh, flaky mood right now. There's a lot of cleaning that I want to do in the room, but I'm also not inspired to do it. I have to find a bag. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I could do, but it's all kind of irrelevant in a sense. It's all of it is irrelevant. The fact that I don't have a lot of people watching the show is also makes it kind of irrelevant in a sense. Um, and just talking to myself, right? I just woke up. I'm having a cup of coffee, and I wanted to go on live. I wanted to share my thoughts, my empty mind with you guys, just to blog it out, I guess. Spew it out. You know, when one starts on YouTube on blogging and all that stuff, you start to think, oh, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to have a lot of viewers. I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. And then after years of doing it, like me, you just do it because it becomes a habit. It's just what you do. You just share yourself with others. There's no agenda behind it. There's no needs or agenda, or it's just you sharing yourself with others. That's all you're doing. Trying to pluck the spiders out of your beard. There's always spiders in the beard. See? Mites. Anyways, guys, that's it. That's the show for today. 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. I just wanted to log in and say, hi, I'm going to LA in a week. See you guys later. See if I think of something to do, I'll give you guys a shot and I'll maybe make a live video or something. Bye. See ya.